हरि ओम। ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। ओम श्री महाविष्णवे नमः। ओम श्री महादेवाय नमः। ओम श्री महादुर्गाये नमः। ओम श्री राम रामाय नमः। ओम श्री सद्गुरवे नमः। ओम समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। शङ्करं परमानन्दं ब्रह्मनिष्ठं यतीश्वरं भाष्यभ्रान्तिहरं वन्दे शुद्धज्ञानैकबोधकम्। ॐ नमः शिवाय। 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 नमः पार्वतीपतये। हर हर महादेव। हरि ओम। हरि ओम। We'll begin with the Shanti mantra. Om Apyayantu Mamangani Vak Pranashchakshushrotramatho Balamindriyani Cha Sarvani Sarvam Brahmopanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuryam Ma Brahma Nirakarot अनिराकरणमस्त्व निराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम। So in this 8th chapter, the Rishi points out that Chidakash, Brahma, within the heart. So this body is like the kingdom of Brahma. The heart is the palace. In the space within the heart, we have to seek that Brahma, which is very subtle, which contains the entire cosmos. So one who understands this Chidakash as Atma becomes free. One who meditates on this Chidakash as Atma purifies his antakarana, and when he drops this body, he attains the fulfillment of all his desires. So in the second section, the teacher gives the phala, the result of this upasana. So if he desires Pitrulok, just by his sankalpa he attains Pitrulok. He gets to interact with all the forefathers and gains glory. So Pitrulokena sampanno mahiyate. Atha yadi matruloka kamo bhavati. If he desires to gain matrulok, the world of mothers, then just by his sankalpa he attains that world. If he desires to attain the world of brothers, just by his sankalpa he attains that world. If he desires to attain the world of sisters, just by sankalpa he attains that world. And if he desires to attain the world of friends, atha yadi sakhi loka kamo bhavati, sankalpadevasya sakhaya samuttishtanti, then just by his sankalpa, all his friends, they present themselves in front of him, and through his interaction he gains glory. Now further we'll read, chant, mantra number 6, section 2. अथ यदि गंधमाल्य लोककामो भवति संकल्पाद् एव अस्य गंधमाल्ये समुत्तिष्ठतः तेन गंधमाल्य लोकेन संपन्नो महीयते. If this upasak has a desire for attaining the world of perfumes and fragrance, gandha malya loka, the fragrance like of the chandan or some other perfumes which gives that joy for our senses. So there are those who have this desire to indulge in various types of those products which enhances not only the beauty of the body, but also gives the joy. In the world also, we find the what you call this makeup industries of perfumes, of of lipsticks and powders and all sorts of other things which people use. They have become so popular. People get attached to go to the beauty parlors and change their look. Sometimes they also undergo some medical procedures to change their look, to change the shape of their nose, to change the shape of their face or their lips. Cosmetic industry. So it's very, very popular. And people are totally attracted towards that. Both man, woman, all sorts of perfumes on the body and lotions and all things on the face. So it becomes sometimes difficult to recognize that person. Some people who are always with some makeup and all, if you happen to see them without the makeups, you will not recognize. You might wonder, who is this person? So this is also a craze. So if a upasak here, it is said that if such a person has got this desire, that I want to have all these cosmetics to apply to my body, different types of creams and all. I want to go into that place, go into that loka, which is like a huge beauty parlor with lot of these sevak, sevikas taking care of you. So such a desire also, if it is there, athayadi means if at all he has got this desire, then those desires also will get fulfilled. See, that is the beauty of this vast world. It is infinite. And whatever desires you can even think of, even imagine, the wildest imagination, and it is possible to fulfill them. May not be fulfilled in this world, but in some other world. Because all that we can think, we can imagine, we can visualize, it can be presented in front of us. That is the beauty. That is the wonder of this entire cosmos. So, athayadi gandhamalya lok kamo bhavati sankalpadeva asya gandhamalya samutishthataha. So, just by his sankalpa, just by his desires, all this gets presented in front of that person. In Bhagavad Gita also Bhagavan says those who do this upasana, they acquire a lot of punya. And with the help of this punya, they attain that Swarga Loka. And there they experience the great pleasures of Swarga Loka, which is not possible here on earth. Such fine pleasures are experienced in that Loka. But once the punya karma is over, they have to leave that loka and come back to earth. So, athayadi gandhamalya loka kamo bhavati sankalpadeva asya gandhamalya samatishthataha tena gandhamalya lokena sampanno mahiyate. And having acquired all this gandhamalya, all the different perfumes and cosmetics and all, he gains glory in that world. So all the possibilities are indicated here. All that you can think of, all that you can imagine, all that you can dream, everything is there in this self alone, in this Chidakash alone. Further, the teacher says, अथ यद अन्नपानलोक कामो भवति संकल्पाद एव अस्य अन्नपाने समुत्तिष्ठतः तेन अन्नपानलोकेन संपन्नो महीयते. Then there are those who may not be interested in this, all this cosmetics and all, but they are very much interested in food, in consuming different types of food. And that is again another great industry in this world, food. Within a small city also you will have so many places having all different types of food items. And India is rich in this variety. Bharat is so rich in all these different types of food, street foods, yummy foods. Then every state will have their own speciality, right from North Kashmir to Kanyakumari to East to West. Such a variety of food is quite amazing. The same vegetables are cooked differently in different parts of the country, of different states. They cook it differently. So one may just have that taste, that desire. See, many times people, they leave the country, they go to some other country, they stay there, but then they have that desire in their heart to eat the same thing which they had in their childhood. So they again come back. Whenever they visit their native country, they will go to that same place. They will go to some Chandni Chowk or somewhere and try to find that same place where they used to have the parathas. And very strange, they will find the same hotel is there, but now instead of the father, the son is running the shop, the restaurant. So they will eat. Unfortunately, later on they may get some stomach upset and all, but unless they eat that, they will not feel completely satisfied. Also, we have that thing of having our food which we had cooked by our mother or our grandmother. So, atha yadi annapana loka kama. So, a person may have this annapana loka of eating and drinking. He wants to go to that world with all variety of foods. Whatever you can imagine, it is there presented. The best of taste and the best of presentation. See, when the food is there, it should satisfy all our senses. It should look good. It should have proper sound when we eat. So it should satisfy all the five senses and also should have all the fine tastes. So atha yadi annapana loka kamo bhavati. If a person has got this kamana, in Bhagavad there is a story of Bharat, who was a king who gave up his kingdom and he went to the forest to do tapas with only desire to attain Bhagwan. But as he was doing tapas, he got attached to a deer in the forest. And then he got so much attached that he, instead of thinking of Bhagwan, he was all the time thinking of the deer only. And it so happened that when he died, he became a deer. Instead of gaining moksha, he became a deer. But very strange, even in the body of a deer, he could remember, and he is past life, and he could understand why I have got this deer body. Then he took a sankalpa that no more attachments. If I am born again, when I am born again, I will not have any attachment to anyone. So again, he was born as a human being, and he remained totally detached right from his childhood, never getting attached to anything and anyone. And he attained that enlightenment. But if we have some desires in our antakarana, then that desire gets fulfilled because Bhagavan is very kind. He doesn't want us to be unhappy. He fulfills our desires. When Vibhishana he surrenders to Bhagavan Sri Ram, Bhagavan immediately makes him the king of Lanka. But Vibhishan says, I don't want to be a king of Lanka, I just want to be your sevak. Bhagavan says that you had that desire in your mind. Therefore, I am giving you this. You take it. So, every desire which comes to our mind, antakarana, gets fulfilled. And when we follow this path, the spiritual path, then those desires become more powerful. If an ordinary person has got desire, it may not get fulfilled so soon. But for a spiritual seeker, his desires get fulfilled. And once he drops the body, then whatever desires are there, they will get fulfilled. So, atha yadi annapana loka kamo bhavati, if he has got desire for food and drinking and then just through his sankalpa, all this presents themselves in front of him, and having acquired all this food and drinks and he gains glory. Then there are those who are interested in music. So in the next mantra, the teacher says, Atha yadi गीतवादित्र लोक कामो भवति संकल्पाद एव अस्य गीतवादित्रे समुत्तिष्ठतः तेन गीतवादित्र लोकेन संपन्नो महीयते. There are those who are very much fascinated by music. Because just as we have this fascination for some taste for eating and similarly our ears also, they have that fascination for good sound, good music. Not only ears, our antakarana, our mind, our buddhi gets totally fascinated by good music. And music is something which can be appreciated by everyone if they are very sensitive. Not only human beings, but one finds that even birds, animals also get attracted by music. We see so many videos and people make of even animals getting attracted by some music. They also just move their head and appreciating that music. So, if a person, atha yadi gitavaditra loka kamo bhavati, if he wants to go into the world of music, of sublime music, all these classical musics and all are so very sublime, with different types of ragas. And each and every raga has got its own beauty. And there is a big, huge science about it. Which raga should be sung at what time? What are the notes in a particular raga? So, what is the rhythm? What is the beat? What is the laya? What is the bhava? What is the rasa? So many things are there. So one may be totally into that world. See, people, when they even start learning music and all, then they're all the time into that only. Then they keep singing actually everywhere. Mostly in the bathroom and all, people then sing. And if they are so fascinated by that music and all, they might be in some other profession, but they continue to sing. They might become a surgeon, a doctor, operating, but because of that desire for music, might be singing there also. Hopefully, if he sings some good songs, that is good. So, atha yadi गीतवादित्र लोककामो भवति संकल्पादेवस्य गीतवादित्रे समुत्तिष्ठतः, then all this music presents, he goes to that world. Means that world gets created, world appears. Because what is the meaning of loka? Loka means lokyate iti loka. That which is experienced is called loka. Even our dream is called loka. So just as our dream, also we create a world according to our own desires. Similarly, even when the body is dropped, that type of world is created as per our desire and we experience it. If we are a upasak, if we have acquired enough punya, but if we have not acquired punya, if we have acquired a lot of papa, then we will go to naraka loka only. So this is, then there are those who have some other desire. They might want to be with some apsaras and all. So what about them? So in the next mantra, the teacher says, अथ यदि स्त्रीलोककामो भवति संकल्पाद् एव अस्य स्त्रियः समुत्तिष्ठन्ति तेन स्त्रीलोकेन संपन्नो महीयते. One may like the company, the man may like the company of woman may like the company of man. So this person, the upasak, may want to go to a world which is totally populated by different women or different those apsaras and all. And so if that desire is there, then it reaches that world. So atha yadi stri loka kamo bhavati sankalpadeva asya striyah samuttishtanti. Whatever the sankalpa is there, accordingly all these women of his desire present themselves in front of this person. And tena stri lokena sampanno mahiyate, and having attained that loka with all these women, he gains that glory. Here the teacher wants to say that, as it was said in the previous section, that all the kamnas and all the objects are there within this Chidakash only. And that is being presented here, that everything is there in this Chidakash itself, and one can attain everything. And finally, in the last mantra, the teacher says, Yam yam antam abhikamo bhavati, yam kamam kamayate, so asya sankalpad eva samuttishtati, ten sampanno mahiyate. Then whatever desire this person has got to attain whatever loka, he has got a desire to go to any loka, go to any place, and whatever be the desire to attain objects or persons or situations, yes, whatever. So, yam kamam kamayate, so asya sankalpadeva samuttishtati. So just by sankalpa, all the desires present themselves in front of this person. Tena sampanno mahiyate, and having acquired the fulfillment of that desire, he gains glory. So it's a very complex and a very strange world, and it is all present in this Chidakas itself. So if we desire little, we get little. If we desire more, we get more. And if we desire Brahma, we attain that Brahma. In Bhagavad Gita also, Bhagavan says in the 9th chapter, that one who desires the elements, they attain the elements. One who desires the Devata, they attain the Devata. But one who desires me, attains me. I don't remember the verse. So, Mad Bhakta Yanti Mam Api, those who are devoted to me, they attain me. But those who are devoted to the elements, those who are devoted to some objects, those who are devoted to some loka, they attain that. So here, the results of this upasak is indicated here for just to inspire us, to encourage us to walk this path and attain that Brahma, to understand that Chidakas as our own self, because that is the main thing. We have to shift our attention from the world to the very source of the world. So thus concludes this second section of this 8th chapter. Now we begin the 3rd section. In this 3rd section also, the teacher mentions the importance of doing this upasana of ourself, to recognizing our own self, rather than running after shadows. So let us chant mantra number 1, section 3. Taime satyaha kamaha anrtapidhanaha tesham satyanam satam anrutam apidhanam yo yo yasyetah praiti na tam iha darshanaya labhate. Again. त इमे सत्याः कामाः अनृतापिधानाः तेषां सत्यानां सताम् अनृतम् अपिधानं यो यो यस्येतः प्रयति न तम इह दर्शनाय लभते. शंकराचार्य जी writes कि यथा उक्त आत्मध्यान साधन अनुष्ठानं प्रति साधकानां उत्साह जननार्थम अनुप्रोशन्ति आह. The sadhana which was mentioned before, that one has to look, one has to seek that Brahma in our own heart. We have to look for that Brahma within, recognize that Brahma is the Chidakash, and that Chidakash we should recognize as our own self. So rather than turning our attention towards ourself, there are people who keep on running after the various pleasures and joys and accomplishments of this world. And whatever we attain in this world gets lost, gets destroyed, but still we keep on seeking pleasures in this world in the names and forms. So the teacher here again points out that what you are looking is not out there, but they are all within you. You are the very source of everything. So in a very beautiful way, it is said in this mantra, Kita ime satyaha kamaha anrtapi dhanaha. That all these kamnas, all our desires, all the objects of our desires, and all our desires, they are satyaha, they are actually satya only. But they are as though covered by andrita abhidhanaha. They are as though covered by andrita, asatyam. All that we desire, all that is there in this world, all that is those are the objects of our desires. All of them are satya, but they are as though covered by asatyam. So ta ime satyaha kamaha andrita apidhanaha. Tesham satyanam satam andrita apidhanam. And all those kamnas which are covered by this asatya, one who tries to attain them, yo yo hi asya ete etah preti na tam iha darshanaya labhate. When we leave this world and go, then we don't see them anywhere. We don't see them. What does it mean? See, for example, there are the things which are experience in this world, but what we experience through our senses are only the outer form and their name, but their essence is somewhere else. Their essence is within our own self. But those who run after this outer form and names and get attached to them, then they are lost. And when we die and go, then we don't see them. They are not available. Let me explain with some example. First, let me again make it clear the terms used here. One is Satya, and another term used is Anrita. Satyam is that which exists without any change, changeless existence. That which exists without changing is called Satya. And what is Anrita? Anrita is same as Asatyam. It is that which exists with constant change. For example, let us say my hand is there. You can see my hand. Then I wave my hand. So there is my hand, and there is the waving of the hand. The waving of the hand keeps on changing. That movement keep on changing. At no particular time it is same. It keeps on changing. But the hand is always there. So hand is always there. The moment change. So that hand is like Satya, and that moment is Asatya. Moment is Asatya. Now, when we look at this world, every object of this world changes. Everything changes. Akash, Vayu, Agni, Jal, Prithvi, and all that is made from these five elements, all the various planets and stars and satellites and the moons, then various different bodies, animal, birds, plant, everything changes. So that which we see as constantly changing is called asatyam. But within this asatyam is the satyam, is that which doesn't change. So if we try to acquire those things which are changing, they will be lost. We will never find them. Our own family members, our friends, our relatives, our positions in this world, our wealth, our property, they constantly change. They are not available for us the next moment. And when we die and go, they will not be there. Nothing will be there with us. because that is the very nature of those things. They don't remain. It's like a dream. We might become a great emperor in our dream, but when we wake up, our kingdom, our power, everything gone. We don't find it. So, the world which we see and experience constantly changing, it is called Andrita. But in this world itself is the Satyam. In this world, because this world exists somewhere, and there is something which is existing, which is seen to be changing. Just like my hand is existing, the moment doesn't exist. When I stop moving, where is the moment? It has gone, disappeared. But the hand is still there. So the moment depends on my hand. See, as little children, we used to play to catch shadows. So one of the person, our friend or a brother or something will make some shadow on the wall, and we try to catch the shadow. But however much we try, we cannot catch the shadow. But there is one, behind every shadow, there is that object. So if you want to catch the shadow, you catch that object. If I catch the hand, then the shadow also appears to be caught. If this is understood, this whole world, whatever we experience, is like shadow. But whose shadow? The shadow of Brahma, shadow of Chidakash, shadow of our own inner self. So if we have desire to attain the world, we should catch ourselves. If we have desire to attain some person, we should catch ourselves. If we have a desire to attain wealth, we should catch ourselves. Because all this wealth, people, place, they are anvrita, and they are as though covering that which is satya. Only by the grace of our teacher, only by the grace of our scripture, we can understand that these are shadows and the real thing is somewhere else. So here the teacher is trying to shift our attention to that which is real, that which is satyam. He says, Ta ima ime satyaha kamaha, this all these kamnas, satyaha, their essence is satya only, but andrita apidhanaha, they are as though covered by andrita. Andrita apidhanaha, tesham satyanam, of all this satya, satam andrita apidhanam, they have a false covering. And we get carried away by the covering. We run after them, we try to chase them, we try to hold them. The teacher says you won't be able to hold them. He says, Yo yo hi asya etaha praiti, one who drops this body and goes away. Whoever leaves this world and go away, means whatever changes, suppose my friend or my relatives or some person whom I admire, I always want to be in their company, but they just they die and go away. Then the teacher says they are not available. Then you will not find them anywhere. Na tam iha darshanaya labate. They are not visible. They are not. I mean, they are not there. They are not there. Some objects of this world we try to acquire. Once they get destroyed, they are no longer there. They have changed. They have gone, disappeared. Like time. Like now we are experiencing this present moment. So wonderful, so very different, so very unique. The present moment is absolutely unique. There was never in the past this particular moment. And there will never be in the future this particular moment. Once it is gone, it is gone. You will not find it anywhere. But this moment, the essence of this moment is Satyam, is there, is available. And that we have to attain. Shankaracharya writes in his commentary, Kita ime satyaha kamaha andrita apidhanaha tesham atmastanam swashrayanam eva satam andrutam bhagya visheshu stri anna bhojana chadanadishu trishna tan nimittam cha svecha pracharatvam mithya jnana nimittam Minityatvat andratam iti uchyate. He says this, all this satya, kama, etc. because of our attachment to the pleasures of this world. And that attachment to the pleasures of this world, we have confusion in our mind because of these attachments, and we get attracted towards only the outer form, outer name, and this outer form, outer name, as though cover that which is the truth, that which is the real, that which is Satyam. So katham andrutapi dhana nimittam tesham alabha, and they are not then available. He says, yo yo hi yasmat asya jantoho putro bhrata deshtah itaha asmat lokat praiti, that whoever be our son, our brother, our sister, who leave this world and go, then they are not available. Tam ishtam putram bhrataram va swarudaya akashe vidyamanam api punar darshanaya ichhannapi na labhate. Even if we have desire to see them again, they are not available. They are not there. Though, Shankaracharya, right? Though they are present within. Swarudaya akasha vidyamanam api, though they are present in the Chidakash, they are not available outside. They are not available outside. What does it mean? It means that what you are seeking outside in this world, in the other world, not only in the world of objects, but even people, their essence, their reality is not outside, it is within. Their reality is not in the form, their reality is somewhere else. Their reality is in that Atma. So instead of looking for all these pleasures and achievements outside, they have to seek that Atma. In the next mantra, the teacher gives an example also that how, though it is available, we are unaware of it. He gives that example that just like in our land, let us say we have a land, and within that land, let us say there is treasure, lot of wealth is there, hidden inside that land. But walking or living on that land, that treasure is not visible. It is as though covered and it is not available for us. But if we happen to dig it, look for it, and find it, then we will get all the wealth. Similarly, the teacher is saying that all that we are seeking, the pleasures, the joys, the comfort, all the achievements, attainments, they are all available in that Chidakash. So attain that Chidakash and you will attain everything. Without attaining the Chidakash, if you run after the Andrata, the changing world, you will not get anything. More about this we will see in our class on Wednesday. Till then, you take care, be happy, safe, peaceful, healthy, do your work, do your sadhana, and see you on Wednesday. Hari Om. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Jaya Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Ram. Bhagye Siyava Ramchandra Bhagwan ki Jai. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.